Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal. I did a critique of WUSA 9's coverage of the fetuses uncovered in Washington, D.C. They spent the bulk of their news coverage trying to make it look like pro-lifers are dangerous and crazy, and very little time looking at the actual story. And there's something they could have looked at that they decided not to, and that was the clinic in question. They had no questions. They didn't look at them. So I went to abortiondocs.org, which I recommend you go to. Pro-choicers, it's a really easy way to vet a provider before you or a friend goes there. Yeah, because the pro-choicers will not vet clinics for you. They referred women to Kermit Gosnell. Gosnell was working one day a week at a National Abortion Federation clinic. National Abortion Federation clinics were referring to him. They're not going to try to send you someplace safe. They're just going to, do they do abortions? Yes, good enough. Okay? So go to abortiondocs.org and look up the clinic and see what documents, because Abortion Docs doesn't have only, exclusively bad documents. They post them if they have them. If there was an inspection report that found nothing wrong, they'll post the inspection report that found nothing wrong. So, you can go in and you can look at that. But they could have, WUSA 9 News could have looked at abortiondocs.org, or you could have done a docket search. And there may be more cases than this, but there is a case where a young woman who had health problems, her unborn baby died, and her doctor, for some ungodly reason, referred her to an abortion clinic to have the dead fetus removed via a D&E. And I'm going to provide a link below to the lawsuit. They performed a dilation and evacuation abortion, D&E, procedure. It wasn't technically an abortion because technically it was a missed abortion, meaning that the baby died but she didn't expel it. But some of the fault that the woman's surviving family found was that this was a high-risk patient. She had health problems to begin with, and the discrepancy between the fetal size and how long it had been since her last period indicates that the baby had been dead for at least 2 weeks, which increases your chance of complications, and that really they should have done this procedure in a hospital. But they did not offer that option, and what's more, their doctor doesn't have any hospital admitting privileges, which would be why he didn't, take her into a hospital and do it. So, dead woman, not worth bringing up. These pro-lifers are kind of troublesome and creepy. Let's spend the bulk of this news coverage looking at that. So I'm going to provide the link below to the news coverage, and the link to my critique of that news coverage, and the link to the lawsuit where this woman bled to death because they just wanted to do an outpatient procedure on her, even though she was high risk and should have been in a hospital where she could have gotten adequate care.